Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn show, man. Today is August the 1st. Two WNBA games on the board for today. Should be a little bit of a quicker show. Really just talk these out with you guys and let you know my thoughts as I always do, man. Yesterday was a really good day, man. We had a 2-0 day yesterday. I gave you guys both looks that I was going to play that first half between the Washington Mystics and the Dallas Wings did stay under the 82.5. As Dallas really struggled to score. And then the pace was kind of slow as well. And then what was the other one? It was Seattle. Seattle started the game off first quarter. The first half of the first quarter, they looked really good. The second half, they looked really bad. But they fought back. Just can't lay points with Atlanta. Not that many points, in my opinion. They're 1-5 ATS, laying double digits as home favorites. And Seattle continues to fight, even though they still have a long way to go. Seattle got a long way to go, but they still continue to fight. 12.5 was too many, so 2-0 day. Leah Boston didn't get over her points prop yesterday at 17.5. I was hesitant, and I tweeted it out last night that I wasn't going to make it an official play. I didn't play it. But she finished with 14, I think. It was really Caitlin Clark having a humongous game. Monique Billings had the points in the paint, as I knew somebody would, because Portland just can't guard anybody. And the over was easy again. 5 straight games with at least 100 points for Indiana Fever. That offense is very high level. So let's jump into it for today, man. We'll start off with Jackson, AI Sports Betting Tool. Jackson gave out a winner yesterday with Paige Beckers. That was the one I should have played. Paige Beckers over her 20.5 points. I think it was 23.5 points plus rebounds or whatever that number was. She did cash yesterday. So that was a winner. We'll go back to that same prompt today. I asked Jackson to analyze the WNBA slate to find to identify the highest value opportunities for player props. Focus on line to show significant discrepancy against 5-game rolling averages. Tracking changes in usage rate due to injuries or favorable defensive matchups, specifically targeting points, rebounds, and assists. Provide the underlying data, the underlying metrics, and reasoning for each recommendation. So Jackson likes DeWanna Bonner over her 5.5 boards. And I was looking through this. This is actually, I don't know if I doubt I bet it, but it's been money. So it says that so a recent performance. So Bonner's rebounding has surged recently. She's hit the over in 100% of her last 5 games, averaging 8.4 rebounds per contest. This represents a significant discrepancy against the 5.5 line. Season trends, while her season average is 5.72, her 10-game rolling average is 7.9, indicates a clear upward trend in her activity on the glass as the Suns navigate a difficult season, currently 7-22. So matchup analysis, the Sun faced I'm sorry, hold on, is that right? Yeah, okay. So the Sun face, that's not right. The Sun faced the Mercury. So it's almost like she's on the Sun. So the Mercury actually faced the New York Liberty. This part is not right. Yeah, that part is not right. But yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that look. She has been, I'll go through it when we talk about player props and outliers as well. We'll look through that. But that's the look for today. DeWanna Bonner over her 5.5 boards. Makes sense based on, just hit rate recently, and maybe it's just a minute increase. We'll talk about it more. Let's jump into the 2 games that we have on the board for today. So first up is the Las Vegas Aces, who will be in Chicago. They land 6.5 points. Total sitting at 184. And I don't know, man. I was looking at this game yesterday, and I was thinking to myself, it's not like, I kind of feel like this is about efficient. Like, I don't know. I can't find a edge, in my opinion, based on the way that I handicap games in this game. So let's talk through it, though. So first up, we'll start with the injury report, which for the visiting Las Vegas Aces has Kirsten Bell listed as questionable. She's missed like the last 2 or 3 games, I think, maybe more. Shia Parker-Tyus, I don't think, is with the team. She's out. And then on the opposite side, no Skylar Diggins, and Azurá Stevens is out as well. So we got an Aces team that are coming off back-to-back wins since the All-Star break. They beat the Portland Fire, and then they beat the New York Liberty, even though that game was a little controversial at the end. If you guys watched it, I talked about it yesterday as well. But the Aces really playing a lot of offense, not a ton of defense. They played in 5 straight overs, and 7 of their last 10 have actually gone over the number. In Chicago, right in line with them. It's their 2nd straight home game. They did beat Connecticut, and they covered the spread, but it took them a while to get going in that game. It wasn't until the 4th quarter that I think that they got the first lead and, end up pulling away and end up covering the game. It was a very weird game, in my opinion. I watched most of it. But the Chicago team is, they're playing good, especially when they're getting points. They've covered in 6 straight, 7 of their last 8. So they are playing super hard. Sidney Taylor, 6'7" Cardosa, like I don't know. I'm worried without Azare being there. They will have DJ Carrington in this game, of course. Well, I'm gonna say of course, but people probably know, what came out during the All-Star break. I'm not gonna get into it on the show because this is a sports betting show. It's not all the drama and stuff, but you got a couple interesting matchups here today. A lot of players that are involved in, the off-court drama between these two teams, and all that stuff is whatever it is. But so Chicago's been playing good. The Aces have been playing decent as well. Do I want to lay 7 with them on the road? I kind of feel like the number is about where it should be. Aces won earlier in Chicago. That was the game that Asia got hurt. They barely covered that spread. I think it was 8, 7.5 or something like that. I think they either, depending on the number you got, you either pushed or, lost that bet. You either won the bet or pushed or lost the bet, just based on the number moving in that game. But they have won both. The other one was in Chicago, was in Vegas, where I think Asia didn't play in that one, and it went to overtime. And Chicago probably should have won that game in regulation, but I think the Aces ended up coming back. So here's my thought process. I don't think you'll get the best effort from the Aces for 2 reasons. One, they've already beaten this guy team twice this season. Teams with double revenge as home dogs typically want to show something in the next game, especially if it's after the All-Star break. The second thing is the Aces put a lot of energy in that game to beat the Liberty the other day. We remember that being a double revenge game for them. Asia had to go bonkers in that game. Jackie had a really good first half too. We bet her over in points. And I don't necessarily think that this game is going to be a under game at all, right? But the Aces, I just don't expect them to play much defense in this game. I think if you see a letdown, it's going to be on the defensive end for the Aces. This guy played one of the fastest paces in the league, but my problem is the total is so high already. It's at 184 already. One bad quarter, and this game goes under the number, and that could be from Chicago. I don't think the Aces will have a bad scoring quarter, but I also don't want to play their team total because it is a little high. I'm expecting the pace to be fast in this game. I don't know, man. I just don't have a super strong opinion on this game. As far as the case for the under is that home dog in the regular season after the All-Star break, double revenge, 59% under trend, and 62% if the total is higher than the previous total, which this total is higher than the last time that these two teams played. 14-6 to the under if the total is greater than 170 as well. So I can't get to an under in Chicago game right now, but I do think this total is a tad bit high. Chicago is only 2-4 ATS catching points at home as a dog. I worry about them not having Azare Stevens, even though DJ Carrington is back and she looked pretty good, but that was against a Connecticut defense in the last game. The Aces are 8-6 ATS when they're laying points on the road. Last time they were laying points on the road was right before the break, and they ended up losing outright to the Washington Mystics. So I think they failed to cover 2 of their last 3 as road favorites as well. So I guess if, free bet, I guess I take Chicago plus the 6.5, but I know that the Aces will probably end up winning this game. They just got too much for Chicago, in my opinion, especially without Azare Stevens being there. So that's my thought process. Maybe Chicago can keep it close. Probably won't bet the game, though. From a player prop perspective, nothing really jumped out to me at all in this one either. So I won't even talk about player props either. I kind of want to bet on Jackie Young again. Maybe Nalissa Smith just because of the narrative, but I don't think I would get there on any of that. All right, let's go to the next one, which is New York and Phoenix. 2.5 is the number. Total sitting at 1. It was at 175 yesterday, and it's only being bet up to 176.5, up to 177.5 on Bet MGM, and I mean that's for good reason, right? We know that if the Liberty are playing a game without Leone Fievich, they just can't stop anybody, which I'll talk about a little bit more. But Leone Fievich is out, and Satu Stabile continues to be out as well. On the Phoenix side of things, everybody is still in. They don't have anybody on the injury report. So New York, I mentioned this already, but they're not playing much defense, which means that they continue to not cover. 0-6 ATS in their last 6. All 6 going over the number. 9 of their last 10 have gone over the number. This is the last game of a 3-game road trip after the break before they go home to host a couple games in a row. And on the Phoenix side of things, they have started playing a little bit better basketball. 3 straight wins, 3 straight covers. This is the last of a 2-game homestand for them after the All-Star break. And they're coming off that very impressive win against Golden State as 3.5-point dogs. I pulled that game up because I wanted to just kind of look at it and see what was repeatable. In that game against Golden State, the Mercury surprisingly shot 49% from the field. That's something that the Valkyries typically don't do. They don't allow teams to shoot 49% from the field. Only 31% from the three-point line. So it really wasn't the three-point line that helped them. They only made 5 threes. Rebounding was about even. They were -5 in assists. They don't turn the ball over much, which is good for them. 14 fast break points to 2 for the Golden State Valkyries. 40 points in the paint to 38 for the Valkyries. Like, nothing really stood out to me except the Valkyries. I mean, I guess the game was played with pace because the Mercury ended up with 91 points, and they're not a great offense. But going through, just looking at the box score, the thing that jumped out to me the most, and like the one play I want to make in this game, is Kahleah Copper. I think just Kahleah Copper over her points. The line is 22.5 now, though, which I don't necessarily enjoy. But that's the one thing that kind of sticks out to me in this game. Before we get there, though, I'm trying to jump ahead. Let's keep talking about the spread. So, other thing that you have to mention in this game is that this is like, I don't know how much New York has thought about this throughout the season, but because they have absolutely, I wouldn't say punished, but they've beaten this Mercury team twice. So they do have playoff revenge from last season. They lost, but New York has won both of it. They lost last year in the playoffs, but they've won both games so far this season. They've covered both games against this Phoenix team as well. Both have gone under the number, 169.5, 170.5, 2 unders. 8 of the last 10 between these two teams have gone under the number as well. And that seems like a really difficult thing to do, to pull a trigger on an under with a Liberty game, because they just don't play a lot of defense. I kind of want to take the Liberty here, man. I know that they have been terrible. As a matter of fact, let's just pull it up. Let you guys see what I saw when I was looking at this game. So this is where I kind of started my handicap, but I did stay up the other night and watch the entirety of the Aces and Liberty game. So let me change my camera so you guys can see behind me. All right, so cool. So let me zoom in, make sure you guys can see this. So this is why I started my handicap. This is just, you can't see the corner, but this is literally just the Liberty this season without Leone Fievich. 6-9 straight up. So you can't really, you don't feel comfortable laying points. They went 40% of the time. 2-13 against the number. 2-13. They cover in 13% of the time and typically laying about 5.5 points. 11-4 to the over, not playing any defense. You can see that games are going over about 74% of the time. They're giving up 92 points per game right here. And this DPA is how many points they've allowed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 opponents have gone over their team total in a row. 9, 10. 10 of the last 11, 12, 13, 14. You can see 14-2. I'm sorry. How many unders is that? 2 unders. So what is that? 13-2. My fault. 13-2 are their opponent team total. So it said that the Phoenix should be able to score. The thing I looked at before this was just the Mercury as home dogs this season, and you guys can see what I saw when I looked at this. Phoenix is just 1-3 straight up and against the number as home dogs this season, with that one win coming against the Valkyries in that last game. Very impressive game, 91-81. Getting 3.5 points. So can they do it again? I don't know, man. Like I said, I kind of want to take the Liberty in this spot. I liked how the Liberty actually came to play in that last game. Now, granted, they were getting points in that game, and they definitely should have covered. If the correct call is made, then they do cover. They potentially win that game. I mean, they played hard. Rebecca Allen, her 3-point prop, which I'll transition over to Outlier in just a second to talk about player props, but I kind of think, Rebecca Allen, she'll be back in Phoenix. I just don't like this Liberty team as much, but I do think that they can get the job done. I'm not a big Mercury guy. Like, I just feel like they just lack offense. And if Kahleah Copper isn't going bonkers, if she's not going crazy, and you really just got Alyssa Thomas out there. Like, Makoa Akani's not really doing it for me. Like, I don't know. this is again, you guys probably could tell in my voice, it's not a slate that I absolutely enjoy. So I'm not going to continue to waste your time, but I will take you over the outline really quickly so we can look through some player props. All right. So first one, and the one that kind of sticks out to me more than any other today is Miss Copper. I kind of feel like they go as she goes. That's Bridget Carlton. My fault. All right. So Kalia Copper, again, she's listed at 22.5. That number is high, but I feel like it's kind of high for a reason, man. And I guess you can still get 21.5 too. What is this on Hard Rock? Minus 128 on FanDuel. So you still get 21.5. I think Kalia Copper, this is her last 10 games. She's averaging 22.6. If she can get to 27 against the Valkyries, a slow paced team, best defensive team, she could definitely get to 22 against the against this New York Liberty defense. Now the problem is when they have played so far this season, you can see that she's struggled in these games against the Liberty. Just 1-8 in the last 8 head-to-head matchups in both games this season, 19-16. But the shot attempts were there. I looked through this earlier, 18-16. I feel like if she shoot 18 or 16 times a day, she's definitely gonna get to 21 points. And I feel like the offense just kind of goes as Kalia Copper goes. When she struggles, they lose the game. You can see that they lost this game to Connecticut. She had 21 points. They beat Connecticut, lost to beat the Sparks in this game, and she had 21. I feel like New York is playing with pace. They're not playing much defense. I like Kalia Copper today. I feel like the offense has to run through her. Also considered her 3-point prop, even though it was I couldn't play it because of the juice. But her to hit 3 threes, you can see that when she typically hits more than one, there's a lot of threes or more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in New York, not the greatest 3-point defense. On the opposite side of things, like Sabrina could absolutely get busy as well, because I still don't believe in this defense for the Phoenix Mercury from the 3-point line. They're one of the worst 3-point defenses in the WNBA. Now, are they playing a little bit better and trying to figure it out, turn things around and make a playoff push? Yes, but Sabrina over 2.5 threes. You can see minus 115 on Fanatics. I just think the look's gonna be there. Minus 122 on FanDuel. The looks will be there. Let's see. I don't think she played in either one of the head-to-head games. She hasn't played them since last year. These are all playoff games last season. But you can see she went over in 2 of the 3 games against them. So Sabrina threes. I also consider Rebecca Allen threes. She'll be in the corner, just chucking, in my opinion. Her minutes have been a little more solidified as of late. So we go here, we look at her 3-point prop, 1.5 at plus money. I like that. Profit X got it at plus 114, Caesars at plus 110. So we come down here, we just look at her full season. We can see that, it's correlated with her minutes, right? 31, 29, 17, and 27 against the Aces. She shot 3 for 4 from the 3-point line in this game against the Aces. So I kind of think the looks will be there for her. Of course, she played for this Phoenix team as well. So probably familiarity with the rims helps her out a little bit. In the attempts, let's look at the attempts. 6, 6, 4, 4. And we know that they give up, again, I talked about this, but they give up the most three-point makes and I think attempts in the WNBA. So that's all Liberty want to do anyway, is jack a bunch of threes. So those are things that I consider, man. I don't love this slate. I don't love anything about the slate, honestly. Just kind of talking you guys through my process and how I kind of was looking at these games today. So as far as hit the like if you can, subscribe if you guys have not. As far as a recap, this is just from yesterday. I don't have anything that I bet so far, but if I was gonna bet, I think it'd be a look at let's see. I'm not. Oh, the red not changed. There we go. In that first game, I think as much as I want to try Chicago plus 6.5, and I think did a race side, don't think I'm gonna end up betting it. Second game, I kind of want to try New York. I know it's almost like a suicide mission betting New York right now on the road, or just laying points in general. And as easy as it is to take an over, everything points towards the over. I can't. I don't want to bet over. I feel like if Phoenix is going to control the tempo, it could be a under type game. Could it really just be that easy? Maybe. Libs are 14-2 to the over this season, including 6 straight, all clear on 177.5. If they've been on the road, you just blindly bet the over. I don't really want to bet it. New York, I kind of want to bet, and some of those player props that I talked about, Clear Copper being being one, and I kind of feel like Sabrina should be able to get busy, even though it's been more Stewie. Stewie has been the super consistent, but I think I just like New York. I think they can get the job done again, man. And yeah, I don't let it slate today. I'm gonna get off here and just stop rambling. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. I'm not sure if I bet anything. If I do, I'll tweet it out at ChrisBeCappinn 2 P's 2 N's over on X. And resources all linked in the description as always. Jackson, Outlier, Moneyballer, Oz. We'll be back for tomorrow. Some really, really good game tomorrow. Might be a couple of them. But yeah, we got a really good schedule for tomorrow. So we'll be back tomorrow. Catch you guys then. Y'all enjoy the Saturday, man. And enjoy the games as well.